All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to part two. I'm gonna check out some altcoins that the community asked me to take a look at. So a lot of altcoins right here, which I cannot do in one video. So number duo. I don't want to waste your time. Actually, let's get right into it. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and also and really like the video though. It's like not just saying it would actually help me. All right, love you, thank you. And again, disclaimer also in this video, the whole altcoin market is as we speak in a downtrend. Might be a little bit different when you watch this, but overall I don't assume that by the time you watch this it completely broke above or down. So altcoin is not looking that great. So for every altcoin goes it should not look really good at this moment, and if it does, then it's an outperformer. So that's already good to see with the first one, and that's Ethereum. Fuck, I don't know, man. This one. So this, I don't know what it is, what it does. I'm not here for the tag. I'm here for the price and just for the charts. And by looking at the charts, it is good. What's so good about it is that once the whole market picked up with a 5x, this altcoin did a 82x, right? So fucking huge outperformer. Also, when the whole market dropped like 70-80%, so far this thing is down 53%. So in an upwards market, it's stronger than other altcoins, and in the downwards market it's also having less losses than the average altcoin. So looks really good. Yeah, about an entry or exit level, look, I mean, I would be careful around $2 to $2.10, give or take. There it could have a good hit to the downside. However, if we do take a look at what might a good entry be, then I would say if it get back to, let's say, 126, should be a fantastic buying opportunity. This thing on its Bitcoin pair doesn't have that much history, actually, so it's hard to say, but yeah, it just looks really good. I cannot say anything else about it. It came back to the 0.5. It had a lot of struggle right there for a while, and it's now above it. That region would be a dollar cost entry, actually. So I'll always want to whine and say something negative about something, because that's life. But hey, not with Alf. That. Tectum. Okay, let me see. What is Tectum doing? Well, Tectum is pretty new on this exchange, at least as well. Like, I don't know, this is the global shit. So yeah, it's pretty new actually. It came out, had a fantastic run. It did a 15x actually. And then it came down with like super hard, 90%, got completely wrecked from $44 all the way down to $4. So for some reason, this one is volatile in this market. Once the market turns up, this thing goes up hard. If the market goes down, this thing goes down hard, right? Now it's steadily, now it's sitting at $8.80. And there's some resistance to be expected right here in this area, right? Where we had this support as well. And now it got to this level. Also, the bull market support band comes in right there, and there it gets rejected again. So, yeah, I would not be too bullish as long as it's not clearly above $9.5. For now, it could be resistance right here. And if you look at like, hey, how far, can we go down? If this is the final resistance, then the 786 comes in at, let's say, $6, and that's also where the support happens to come in, which is over here, right? And maybe there's more. Yeah, there's a little bit more right here as well. So I would say if you're looking for a beautiful entry, then like around $6 is really nice. If we look at it on its Bitcoin pair, like, yeah, this thing, it got completely wrecked also on its Bitcoin pair. It went down like 92%. So you have to, for this coin, I would say, be like kind of sure that the market is bullish, because then it tends to kind of outperform. But if the market is bearish, I don't know what happens right here, but this thing gets triple wrecked, right? So this is fucking horrible. And on its Bitcoin pair, it actually doesn't look that good. It made a lower low, actually. right? So this run was intense, but then again, you can also see it went up and it got sold off right away, and now it made a lower low. So it could also be that it just did well for one time and that's it, right? So I'm not sure about this one. If you want to gamble your way into like the dollar amount that I just gave, would be a nice level, I think. And yeah, when you look at it on its Bitcoin pair, then somewhere around like, what is it from this point, 25% lower, give or take, could be a good level. But still, then it is kind of high risk, like all altcoins are, of course, but especially since a lower low is already in. So it isn't weird to eventually expect another lower low. Mafia, also fucking, I like, it's newer, right? So it's hard to chart. Thing with Mafia is that it had a lot of hype once it came out. Problem is it released in kind of the, yeah, they couldn't know that, but in the wrong time of the market, right? In February, March, when the altcoin market kind of topped out for this mid-cycle run. So it has been doing nothing but going down. Right now, the thing is though, that I'm looking at all these coins on the dollar pair, of course, and that's beautiful, on the Bitcoin pair or whatever. But what you should always look at, and therefore, what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. I'm just giving my opinion, right? But do your research. Because if you look at this, market cap 46K, fully diluted, more like 400K, right? So I don't know, why is this in Dutch all the time? Only that. So there's a lot of vesting coming, right? And that you can verify again on, for example, cryptorank.com. You can go to Mafia. This is my go-to website. And here you can look at vesting, and you can kind of visualize what's going on right now, right? So the community ecosystem is dumping right now. Pre-salers are dumping right now. Gameplay rewards, that's actually not that bad of a thing, because if they're dumping, it means they're playing the game a lot. And if they play the game a lot, then it means that there's a lot of revenue, whatever the fuck the utility is. And yeah, we get the advisors, which is still going to dump as well. But where most of the dumping is going to be from, yeah, this is going to last until 2029 from what I see. So that's a lot. And the team tokens are yet to be dumped as well, by the way. And that starts in 162 days, right? From February 2025. In what I expect to be the middle of the bull run. So then we finally have an altcoin bull run, and these kind of tokens are starting to dump. So I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I mean, the price can go like stable, for example, but then the market cap, right, still goes up. So you think, oh, market cap goes up, it's good. But no, the price does nothing or goes down because more tokens hit the market. So sometimes there's more you want to look at than these charts. For now, nobody really likes these vestings, I guess, compared to the market. I mean, lower highs, lower lows. It was almost a double bottom, but technically it was a lower low. So it doesn't look good. Mafia on its Bitcoin pair, fucking wrecked. So yeah, I don't know, man. From the moment it came out, it got wrecked. So downward trend together with the vesting that's not showing anything bright for the future, I would say no. The game could be good. I don't know about that, right? I like I said, I look at the charts, and if it was actually all that fantastic, then the chart wouldn't look like that. Ondo was another request. Ondo is, I think, some kind of an RWA coin. Not sure though. Ondo looks pretty fucking good, actually. What we see right here, that's what you can see right away, I guess, is that this resistance right here, together with this support, is kind of where we are right now as well, right? So you can take it like, yeah, whatever the fuck, like this, right? This was resistance in March. It was support once it broke out all the way in April and in May and a little bit in June maybe. No June, sorry, June. But for 2 months it was support. Then when, I don't know why, this thing flew in May extra again, because this is where altcoins overall went down, right? 15th of May. Yeah, if we go to the altcoin market in May, 15, that's here, right? nothing much happened right here. But this thing had a crazy pump from 70 cents all the way to 150. Did a 2x. Crazy. So selling may go away except for your Ando, I guess. And then it got wrecked. And it didn't even got wrecked that hard, right? A lot of altcoins got wrecked 80%. This thing went down 53%. And it's now back at these levels. So if anything, this chart is super strong. And this is actually the kind of chart that I look like, okay, now I want to dig into this coin because this might actually be a good buy. So yeah, nice. Ando and its Bitcoin pair. What the fuck? This is so much of a newer chart. This doesn't make sense, man. Wait, we have to get more information from this. Can we get that? I want to have more. Yeah, okay, here we go. Otherwise, we only saw this, and then it looked super bearish, of course. But if we apply the same time frame, yeah, you can kind of see that the Bitcoin valuation looks kind of the same since March. And that's not weird, because Bitcoin, since March, also on the dollar pair, looks kind of the same, right? So, also looks pretty freaking fantastic, if you ask me, actually. And if we apply Fibonacci, it bounces off the 618 right here, and it's now there again. So if anything, if you feel like I'm gonna DCA into it, then this would be the greatest period, in my opinion. This place right here, not financial advice, but I would DCA here. So I'm gonna dive deeper into this one actually after the video because I like this one. Let me just remove what we already had. Now, Floki, somebody asked. Yeah, it's meme season, right? Like you could have expected this to happen. So Floki, I don't know why this chart it goes back to May 2023. Okay, so Floki is just like any other altcoin. In January, it popped, right? But Floki didn't just pop; it popped with like 1100%. And if you take it from the absolute bottom, it popped with 2100%, 23x, right? Crazy. Now it is making lower lows on a larger time frame, right? So that's kind of that I think like, okay, let's be careful and see what happens right here. Fib says that 0.8 is a big level. But you could also apply this from the moment it actually broke out, which is usually a little more accurate, and that, yeah, then it already bounced. So, Floki might actually be a good buy once it gets back down to that 9.6 area, right? The lows where it went earlier. And it could get there. I mean, it bounced there. It now looks to be rejected by not only the bull market support band, but also by the 618, right? So it has to show a lot of strength because even if it breaks out right here, it still has the 20-week EMA or the 20-week one SMA. I always mix them up, but the red line. And the 0.5, right? So it has to do a lot now to really rip. Plus with lower lows and lower highs. So in my opinion, if I look at this chart, it is likely that this thing goes down and at least retest this level right here. And that would be a perfect buying opportunity. Floki on its Bitcoin pair, yeah, kind of the same. I can apply the same analysis for that, but I assume that it won't be much different. Yeah, it's like worst case. I think this could go down like around, I don't even know how much this is, but I assume 30% on its Bitcoin pair. Floki, good one. Luna Classic. Let me see. Yeah, not good. Right? It's doing a little XRP kind of ish. Right? What do I mean? It does nothing. Actually, nothing. And that's deceiving because that's like, just wait. It will do something one day. Well, one, if you invested like $1,000 right here, you now, 2.5 years later, you would have the same $2,000, but count for inflation and you won't actually have the same. You're here to make money, right? Two, Bitcoin did go up from that point, right? So Lunk on its Bitcoin pair probably looks like shit. And that's not even the oldest chart I can find right here. God damn it, thank you. So let's find a chart that has more information than this. Okay, that doesn't work. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it all myself. Thank you. Here we go. That's what I thought. So this doesn't look so good. So I think that this is going to be an old cycle coin. Actually, I mean Luna Veld, and this came out of it, and I don't know exactly what the purpose is. But I also don't see the hype for it anymore. Yeah, there was hype, but that was more hope as well. And now it's just slowly dying. Well, not even slow. It's just dying off, right? If you want to be bullish on this thing, you want to do it here though. Because the low right here is where we are sitting right now as well. And that's such a psychological level for people, right? They felt like, oh, we're now here, let's buy it up. And they buy it up. At a certain point, it either bounces or people stop buying it up. And then it really crashes. It's going to be exciting though, because the bull market support band is coming in right here. They'll be like, hey, here I come. Who's going to win? Major support trend line or bear market resistance band? I would hold off of this thing for like maybe 3 weeks to see where this thing is going, because the bull market support band is rejecting it again, right? And then it can really break this trend line. And then if that happens, then it's price discovery to the downside, and then I would say stay out of it. So for now, I would stay out of it. If it breaks the bull market support band, might be something. If it doesn't, then no. Pepe. Pepe is also a ripper, right? Like it went absolutely crazy. Also, it had a 28% pump from September, October, basically until the highs. Absolutely crazy shit, right? I always feel like, oh God, it's kind of dangerous sometimes, because one, this pump right here was too parabolic. It went up 330% in a week, right? But two, also, like I always like to bitch about on my channel, a market cycle has 4 phases. Accumulation, where you buy. Upwards move, where you make money. Distribution, where you sell. And then downwards trends, where you do nothing, right? We had 3 out of the 4 so far on this one. Won't be weird. It could be, of course, right? Like that. I mean, we had a big pump and it sustained that level for months, right? So that's also something to consider. It's strong after this pump. So I don't know exactly. All I know that if it comes down, like you want to see what it does right here, right? It can definitely come down to the 0.618, but we all kind of already are there, right? 10% down. If it doesn't hold, then a 786 could be inside Sunday, and that's 45% down. Pepe on this Bitcoin pair. I don't know what the fuck this was right here, but let's just not focus on that too much, I guess. But Pepe, yeah, it outperformed Bitcoin, right? You cannot say anything else about it. If you put 1 Bitcoin in Pepe right here, you would now have, doesn't show, but a lot more Bitcoin. And it would stay like that, so that's good. Pepe is a strong one. There are a handful of meme coins that are here to stay. I think the whole meme coin market is toxic, is fucked up, should not be here, and a lot of meme coins will direct people, and it's kind of fucked up for the crypto space. Should not be like that, but there are some meme coins that will stay. And in my opinion, Pepe is one of them. So it's a good one. Arbitrum. I personally okay, I want to go just with the charts, but I always said this about Arbitrum anyway. I don't see why ARB token, right? Like, I love using Arbitrum. I think it's great. It makes Ethereum very workable. But why is there an ARB token, right? For governance, to vote. Yeah, that's it, right? And if you then look at the market cap for Arbitrum, you see that there's a $2 billion market cap, 5.5 billion fully diluted. I feel like, why? Do people want to vote like that? I don't know. But hey, number go up is the best narrative for numbers to go up. But Arbitrum looks terrible, actually. I mean, from September, it had a pump as well of 202%. So the altcoin market overall pumped 404% or 400%. This thing pumped 202, so it underperformed compared to the rest of the altcoin market. That's one. Two, it now from that point is already down 77% and it makes new lows. The overall altcoin market doesn't make new lows, right? The overall altcoin market, if you look at this, I don't know, but it's far from the lows. So with Arbitrum, I feel like, I don't know. But then again, I'm also looking at a chart which doesn't have all the information. So if we look at what the fuck, Kraken, I guess. Oh, that's not making it better. Okay, no. And if you look at its Bitcoin pair, then it's screaming like, get out. Like, don't even invest. Don't look at it. It looks like DOT, right? It looks terrible. No. It's a falling knife. It's down hard. No strength at all. Way under the bull market support band. Awful. Next, ICP. Lot of hype. That's what I noticed. A lot of people like ICP. And if you look at the chart, then it outperformed the altcoin market a little bit, but not much. So it just goes with the market, actually. And now it's down 62%. Also nothing too crazy. It just goes with the market. So I don't expect big losses or big returns with this thing, actually. Just a nice coin for steady gains, enough to crazy. So for people that really have some good money in crypto and feel like I don't want to take too much risk, then ICP is actually maybe a good one. And then the level where we are right now is also interesting, right? Big support. We had resistance all over 2022 and 2023. We now tested that support, and that's usually a level where you want to buy, not guaranteeing you that it's going to hold right here, of course. But this is actually looking good. And if we put a Fibby over it, then also it bounced exactly off the 786, right? Exactly, excluding these wicks. So that's looking good. So if it ever comes back to around 670, that would be the opportunity, I think. And then it's hoping and praying that it doesn't go down, though, right? If it does go down, then it's light out. ICP on its Bitcoin pair, also nothing like exceptional, right? Overall, if you look at it like this, fucking terrible, actually, over the long term. But that was including the complete bear markets, right? And all the, well, not only bear market, by the way, it's also a lot of bull market. Okay, maybe I'm not so bullish on this one. Because what you see is, look, in the second leg of the last bull market from May to November, December, where, here we had Bitcoin at the top, went down, and then it had like another run up, and Bitcoin slightly made a high, but not by much. However, if we look at the altcoin market topped out quite higher than that, right? Altcoins had a good run then. If you look at altcoins on their Bitcoin pair by then, you can see that in December, January, that's where they topped out. They really had a good run from basically June, July to January. That's why altcoins had a extra alt season after Bitcoin already topped out. So that's why altcoins really went up hard. However, ICP was already going down from that point, right? From May 2021 to January. So that's where everything kind of ripped, and ICP was down 96%. That's a terrible sign. And I know I'm stepping on some toes because people, of course, ask about these coins because they like them. But I'm just, speaking about what I see in the charts, right? So, the whole market showed like, whoa, alt season. And ICP showed like, whoa, I have my own bear market. Fuck you, bye. And after that, the real bear market came. And then, of course, ICP went into the bear market with the rest of crypto. But now that the market showed life, ICP is just going with it, right? But it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. If I have to base it purely on this, I would say fucking trash. Really, really an underperformer. If I would base it on this right here, I would say, here you go. These are the lows. You better hope that this holds, right? Because ICP already has a history of making lower low after lower low after lower low, going down only. Now it finally needs to show that it can also make a higher low and that it also can go up. If you want to gamble your way that that's the case, then this is your buying opportunity. So, yeah. Bank, yeah, fucking hell. I remember when I looked at my Phantom wallet, I had a little Bank airdrop. Wasn't worth much, right? But I thought like, oh, nice coin. Maybe I should buy it. And then I thought like, nah, I'm not buying it. And then Bank was like, okay, you didn't buy it. Good. Here you have a 25,000% gain. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, fuck you very much then. Crazy. Look, I mean, I don't trust these pumps, right? It went up so fucking hard. Where's the retrace? It makes me always kind of paranoid. Like, where is it? When does it come, right? It's not usual that a coin goes up like this, that it just stays there forever. And maybe goes up more, stays there forever. No, it has to retrace at some point. So far, it didn't. I'm not buying this, right? One, because I'm scared for the retrace, actually. But two, also, look, 25%, 25,000%. Missed out. Okay, fuck it, next one. Right? Like, what's there to gain? Yeah, it can go up from here, but another 25,000%, I don't think so. But you never know. If we look at the Fibonacci, then it's holding 618 so far. If that breaks, which is not that far from now, actually, and the bull market support band is already above it, so that's not that good. Then it can go to the 786, and that's far. That's far. That's down 48%. And again, it sounds like a lot, but after gaining 25,000%, it's not that weird, right? So this, if I would be interested in this, I would wait and see. Like, is it going here or is it going to break that bull market support band? Bank and its Bitcoin pair, not a lot of history, so I cannot say anything logical about this. Let's do a couple more. Okay, we got right here DEX check, SNFTS, Casper. Let's do these three. DEX check, and let's put it on a Bitcoin pair as well. DEX check, SNFTS. I have to see what the right one is actually. Yeah, it's this one. That's hard to find on its Bitcoin pair for now. So let's skip that for now. And Casper. And we also have Casper on its Bitcoin pair, of course. Again, Bitcoin pairs more important than dollar pairs. Please know that. All right, DEX check. New project for the ones that were early in this channel. Great. We got the pre-sale and that went fantastic, of course, right? DEX check went up in a total of 18x. Not super sustainable, but time enough to take some good profits and walk away with like, what, 10x maybe. It's at an interesting point by not even looking too much at the chart right now. I can, or you probably as well, can just see like, hey, this area right here offers some good support resistance. If you want to see it, support right here and now here as well. You want to see this hold. You really want to see this hold down. If not, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Then we can go down quite hard. All the important retracement levels broke already, so that's not that great. Let's assume that it bounces here. That's an assumption, of course. Then it says it can go back to around 8 cents. It's now 3, so that's nice. But again, also for that goes that it's it has vestings, right? Newer coins. People always say like, yeah, buy newer coins. And the technology is new, but the vesting also, right? So that's the downside of newer coins. And older coins can still have newer technology. I mean, if these projects are still developing, but in the meantime, the vesting is already done, right? So I'm not so much in the camp of buying new coins necessarily. But yeah, if you look at market cap, It was sitting at 50 million. It's now sitting at 12. So it actually came down 4x, right? If you look at price, it came down way more than that, right? So I don't know how accurate this is for a newer coin, actually, these FIP retracements. Sorry, I think that this level is a must hold between 2.5 and 3 cents, give or take. If we look at it on this Bitcoin pair, we had this low right here, right in June, and it's trying to hold it right now, but it really must bounce here. Otherwise, I would be careful. SNFTS, yeah, look, I mean, that's so funny, what I always say, right? Ignore the news, charts matter. What's so freaking funny right now is this. We have a... look, let me remove everything right here. But this is just funny, right? We have a bottom right here. Right, bottom right here. It bounced hard. We had a bottom right here. It bounced hard. It is somewhat predictable to say that if we go down, that it bottoms right here. And what it did, it bottomed right there. Now, why did it bottom right there? Because Seedify has crazy news coming out about Seed World and the node sales and the burnings, etc., and all of that. But it always lines up so nicely with these technicals. That's what I like so much. So you could have predicted the news. Well, not the news, but you could have predicted that there was likely to be going to be some news. And here we go. That's cool. So the beautiful entry was 0.12. It's now double. So yeah, you missed out on the 2x right here. That's just what it is. It's above the bull market support band. I don't think we're going to see this level in a while, if at all, again. So if it comes down, might drop another 10%. But the reason in this case why it goes up, the S-World token is going to be released and you can get an airdrop if you burn your SNFTS. So a lot of people are buying this token up and burning it right now. So that's therefore I say, like, I don't even know if it ever gets back down here. One thing that I don't like about this chart is, although we have these bottoms right here, right? We have a high with a lower high, lower high, lower high. So yeah, it's likely that this is going to be a lower high. And if we are going to look at a level right here, then I would say the 0.5 looks interesting because that also lines up with a lot of support and resistance. As you can see right here, we had the support, we had resistance right here, we had support right here. So I would not be surprised if it does something like this, and then I don't know. So and then you can just see how, yeah, ignore how awful I draw this trend line right here, but whatever, something like this, right? Then you can just see how this is diminishing, right? You could also look at it like this. Maybe this makes a little more sense. The 0.5 could be broken, and then we can go to the 0.618. Because where does that come in? Here, right? That's this level. And that could be possible because that also lines up with this diagonal right here. And then you also have your time a little bit on point. So it could be, it's very specific and it probably won't work out, but it could be that it hits 3 points, whatever, around the end of this year, beginning next year, right? And yeah, that's like, what is it, 50% up from here? I don't know if that's worth it. But it could also ignore all the technical shit and just do this. I don't know. So that's a useless piece of shit analysis from me. Thank you very much. No problem. Then we have Casper. And what the fuck, right? Like, Casper is incredible. This one, I missed this. I ignored it. I was too stubborn. People in the community said, buy Casper. I was like, nah. And now they're like, haha. And I'm like, oh, that's just what it is sometimes, right? I'm not now gonna buy Casper as a revenge trade, by the way. That would be stupid. Although it would not necessarily be a bad buy right here. But never look at a chart like this and be like, fuck, I missed it and it's only going up. Let me buy it, because you will buy the top, right? This is just what it is. But it is going either up, and when the market is going down, Casper is kind of going sideways, right? So it's not even having like huge corrections. Like we had some, This correction right here was around, well, 70%. Okay, fair enough. But this chart is this is one of the most insane charts that I've ever seen. It's crazy. It's crazy. And if you were here and still holding it, congrats, right? Or maybe a little earlier, but if you're still holding it, congrats. But if you are like, oh, look at this chart, I'm fully fucking allocated at around this point, be careful, because it starts to look somewhat like a distribution as well if I want to play advocate of the devil right here, right? We've been going up, and basically from November, where everything ripped, right? From that point, everything ripped, Casper is kind of going sideways. Okay, so it could be, in an upwards market, does it do much more? I don't know. Could be a, I don't know. Maybe, probably not though. Because if you look at Casper on its Bitcoin pair, and this has not full history right here. Wait. More information on KuCoin, maybe. Thank you very much. Fuck it. There's not a lot of information on here. But on its Bitcoin pair, it is also going down, right? So it is already showing signs of weakness. So Casper had a nice run. If you are looking at this and you missed out, like me, accept that you missed out. Okay? Stepping in now doesn't seem that smart. Because since November, it's been going down, actually. It's been putting in lower highs. So be careful, I would say. Be careful, I would say. Casper is a interesting coin for sure. It has been showing strength like crazy. But it's also because this was the kind of coin, like, it's some kind of a layer one, right? I'm not like most, I don't know most about that, but something like that, I think. But I have never seen projects being built on it, right? You always see on BNB, on Ethereum, on Solana, AVAX. That's always the discussion, right? Casper isn't even in that discussion. The only thing why people talk about Casper is because price goes up. That's called hype. And I can tell you one thing, hype doesn't last forever, right? So it could be that this was the hype phase and that the hype is now kind of cooling off because other altcoins were also pumping, right? And that therefore it now... Like that's my theory. Nothing was pumping really. Casper was. So Casper pumped more. Now everything pumped from November. So Casper is not interesting anymore. And at a certain point, the hype really cools off and then you can see. So be careful. I don't want to be negative about it because it has an awesome chart, but I want to be cautious as well. So that's it for this video. If you have recommendations or suggestions, coins you want me to take a look at, let me know in the comments down below. We'll definitely do that. I'll ask in return if you like the video. Let's go to 600 likes. That's like not even close to what I ever got. But if we can get that, then hey, I'm happy at least. Okay, that's it for today. Otherwise I'll start to talk shit. Thanks for watching and take care.